Alright, here we go. We're held up in the basement here, the old house. Can't wait to get in a new house, get everything boxed up, and I don't have nothing at my disposal. So, I'm just going to grab this art portfolio and leaf through it. So, first off here, we got a ridiculously large art school, Institute of Pittsburgh portfolio. These works, at one point, they were all categorized in chronological order or whatnot, and it's just a big pile of mess now. So we're just going to get right into it. Not all of this is necessarily from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. It's just a means to store everything through the ages in some type of manageable space. So first off here, we have this Strathmore drawing pad. And probably around 2001-ish is when I started using a pad. I'm sure and nothing in it is from around that area. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of recognizable brands, people, characters, and things like this. I'm not really gonna bother pointing out. The Texas is there's gonna be a color print later on from that. Yeah, I'm not going to point out all this stuff. Obviously, Boondocks is cool. You gotta love Boondocks. There's some kind of like little dojo or something that I painted at some point. Maybe 2005-ish. It might have been around the same time as this Art Institute stuff, but it certainly wasn't for any type of project. This little fatty little traveler guy. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a completed work of him at all. There'll probably be some original characters in a lot of this. Things that possibly may or may not have been at one point in the comics, and a little, Easter egg or hidden little guy somewhere. I do that a lot. Kung Fu Disco Funk, it was one of my original first ideas for any type of things like this, but obviously, you don't roll with your first idea. More little original guys, characters, what have you. Yeah, I maybe try to pitch something for a Top Cat or something, remake, just a little alien guy. More just Kung Fu Disco Funk. Lot of weed references in my early days here. They're pretty prevalent over the course of this portfolio. More little characters that, like I said, may or may not have at one point been in any of these comics. I'm not going to specify which ones are which. They're really unimportant in the grand scheme of all this art stuff, which is really just a curse. Yeah, little pimping guy. Starting to go a little goofy because we're gonna get into this new house here soon, and I don't have anything at my disposal, especially art anymore. So I'm really like surviving on is kind of like just mixing music and blah blah blah, music sample junk like that. Because the stereo and a laptop's the only thing I got. Everything else is boxed up. So if any of you are wondering, when there's going to be more comics, is once we get a new house and I get everything back unpacked and at my disposal. Yeah, it's kind of a weird looking thing. Assorted weird stuff. Yeah, I looking back at it now, I don't even know what I was thinking or what I was drawing. It don't really matter. It's just a release. I've never been care too much about what I sketched, draw, painted, etc. I just let the hand and the pen do the work, I guess. A lot of these are unfinished. There's so much unfinished stuff in all of this. I guess that's just the way it is. I mean, with any artist, you're gonna have a lot of unfinished work. More, you know, obviously more weed references. Yeah. Some album covers. You know, all this stuff remains, a lot of this remains incomplete after this so long. I'm not even concerned what it is at this point. To be completely honest with you, it is what it is. Most of this stuff was used with, or made with very low price materials, you know, Sharpies, Crayolas, what have you. So it's just a means to an end, obviously. I mean, you could tell some of this stuff, like, you could really tell it's done with Sharpies and Crayola and shit. Sorry, but it's a means to an end. More weed reference. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of pre-existing brands, characters, etc. Just where I was at the time, I don't know. What do they say about imitation and something flattery, blah blah blah. So that's where you get a lot of this stuff at. And there's plenty of Boba Fett. There's Boba Fett all through here. There's about 5 or 6 of them. Ain't not one of them done, finished. But yeah, that's probably about the end here. A couple more album covers. It's probably about the end of this round 1. So I got about 5 more rounds of this thing. This thing is fat and it's full of junk. So we will see you in the next volume.